Back on Inside Tennessee with Knox County School Superintendent Bob Thomas in that post for almost 5 years. He'll retire this spring from education. Superintendent, you had 3 goals in your tenure. We talked about 2 of them: increasing student achievement, gave yourself a B; eliminating disparities in education, gave yourself a lower grade. I want to get to the 3rd, creating a positive culture, but I want to point out this point of fact. At the start of the pandemic in 2020, Knox County Schools made the decision to go in person. That was unusual for districts across the country. What was the result of that? Knox County Schools missed a total, if I'm correct, Superintendent, of only 10 days because of the virus during the school year in 2020. Looking back, that looks like an amazing decision, and one that most people thought was going to last about 2 weeks if we were lucky. Is that fair?
That's fair, and I certainly am incredibly proud of our students and our families and our principals and teachers that made it work. You're right, we were in school a lot when other folks weren't in school, and we were able to do the in-person instruction, which our teachers in the virtual program are teaching virtually did a terrific job, but it's just not the same as that experience in the classroom for a lot of reasons, not just academic, but social, emotional, and things of that nature. So just incredibly proud of our school district and students for being able to be in person last year and only missing 10 days throughout this pandemic. So I felt like that was certainly a tremendous accomplishment for our students and families, parents, and teachers, administrators, and school staff.
So I guess that based on John's question, you might give yourself a little higher grade when it comes to positive culture, given what you endured in 2020.
Right, and one thing too, John, about that, Forbes listed us as the 39th, I believe, best employer for 21. I think there was Forbes does they released that by state, and I think there was one other school system, Rutherford County. I believe they were maybe 23rd. On that list, but we were 39th, which, again, I'm not sure what's all involved in that process. I know they survey employees and do things of that nature. So that was made me feel pretty good that our employees really rated us pretty high when it came to K-12 school districts. And, we've tried to value our employees by giving salary increases. We gave 4% last year, I think 4% the year before. So all of our employees have, over the last couple of year period, have had an 8% raise. Our school board has picked up the insurance increases for employees the last 2 times. I know our board passed a policy so that teachers would not have to use their sick leave if they did contract COVID. They had up to 10 days they could miss and not go against their sick leave. So I think our board has really done a great job of trying to show our employees that we value them. Also, there was a bonus, I think a $1,000 bonus last year that for all employees. So again, our board did that. So we've worked real hard, but again, with the pandemic, it's really hard to maintain a positive culture. It's been very difficult, and I hope as we get into budget talks this year, I hope again we can do a salary increase because all of our employees certainly deserve it.
Keeping on that same thread, and to your point, Knox County Schools and indeed some other area school systems have worked really hard to try to help from a financial point of view with teachers, and yet we're seeing, and you know this better than anybody, sort of a fading away of interest or people leaving the profession. It's a long-term challenge. You're about to retire obviously in June, but I'm sure it's something that bothers you, and it's going to be something that your successor will have to deal with. What can be done to fix it, if anything?
Well, obviously, it's hard work, and I'm not saying that to take away from anybody's job that's hard work, but when you're teaching students and doing the work that our teachers do, like last year, they were asked to teach virtually, they were asked to teach in person, that all of our teachers put the student needs before their own needs. We have some programs we're working on, one educator provider program We've got some agreements with UTK and LMU and Carson Newman, where some of our TAs who have degrees can attend college and get a teaching certificate and do that for free. We're also working with UTK with our Grow Your Own partnership, where interns can come to work for Knox County Schools as they're doing their schoolwork and actually get a salary, a livable salary for a year. And I think we had maybe 11 last year maybe that went through that program, and I'm not sure if we've got maybe 12 or so this year, and then come to work for Knox County. So actually they're getting paid last year to go to school, and then also our youth educator program. And I'll just with UT, what we're starting is with our youth that might want to become teachers to be able to work with UT, get them in a program in Knox County Schools. They also would attend class at UT and get credit and come out of that program and be a teacher. So those are 3 programs that we've begun working on and with, and I'm hoping to see some positive results. And of course, we're working really hard to recruit. We want more diversity in our school district. We're working really hard in terms of our recruitment efforts for minorities, and it's just that we've seen the numbers go down though, and we know we need to increase the diversity in our school district.
Some final thoughts from Superintendent Bob Thomas when we come back. Stay with us.